Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
And I'm Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
Brad, I like the little horseshoe on your tie here. That's really nice.
Yeah, that was my grandfather's. It's got 6 little stones on there, one for each of himself and each of his siblings.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's all original.
Okay, today, Brad, we already did a video on ultrasound, which is a treatment modality that's used in physical therapy. We're now doing one that's called phonophoresis. We use the ultrasound machine. We use it to help apply a topical medicine which we hope penetrates into the skin and maybe calms down inflammation.
Wait, Bob. A topical medicine?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, what we use is ketoprofen, but I know some of them also use hydrocortisone cream, like a 10% hydrocortisone cream.
So it's the cream that goes on top of the skin?
Right,
so
topical.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
Right. And it'll a lot of people use topical creams just on their own. The hope with the ultrasound unit is that it's going to help penetrate even more. They've had trouble doing studies to determine how much it penetrates. I guess they just don't have good parameters. But I was looking up a study last night that was put out by the government, on ketoprofen, and they thought it was, in the small studies they saw, they thought it was effective. I personally have used ketoprofen with ultrasound phonophoresis, and I felt like I've had good luck with it.
Sure.
I just, generally what I tell people is by the 3rd treatment, if things haven't gotten better, that it's probably not going to help.
Right.
And that's just seems to be a good rule of thumb. Whenever you use ultrasound, you have this applicator or transducer, they call it, and we're going to put down a gel. This actually has the gel and the medicine mixed into it. I'm not, normally we just squirt it on there, Brad, and then we just go back and forth like this for about 7 minutes.
Right.
And that, like let's say he has some epicondylitis or golfer's elbow, this would actually, or tennis elbow, this would help calm the inflammation down in that area.
Right.
I really like it. We use it a lot. It's a modality that we use a lot, even though it's kind of expensive for us to use because we have to buy the medicine and we don't get reimbursed that much for these, but I think it's worthwhile. Generally, I would say that you would recommend this for mostly type of inflammatory type things. So tendonitis, bursitis, maybe a little bit of arthritis.
Yeah, I've used it that way.
Bev, my PTA, even uses it on neck pain and back pain and stuff like that. So.
Right. Yeah, and that's something you don't need to worry about because the therapist is going to make that judgment. They're the professionals. The other thing I want to emphasize, this is going to help, but it's very critical that you follow up at home with the stretching.
Oh, by all means. This is just one small part of the treatment, and that's exactly right, Brad. In fact, that's what the government studies said even.
Right.
So the other thing is when we do this, you generally are going to hardly feel anything.
Right.
You might feel a little bit of warmth, but the setting that it's at, you just may feel the rubbing. So it's not a harm, what I like about this, as opposed to getting a cortisone shot, which can hurt,
right.
This is very, very mild. Is that a good word for it, Brad?
Right, it's not very invasive. It doesn't hurt. The worst that can happen is nothing.
Right.
The best is going to get in there, it's going to calm that and accelerate the healing process.
We've been using it for years. Ultrasound has been around since 1940. I don't know how long they've been doing phonophoresis, but I've been using it for probably for 20 years at least.
Right.
So
I don't know, Bob. We talked about what we have problems healing, a broken heart. Maybe we could use this for.
Here we go. We could fix a broken heart with this.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to cut it.
Did you see me do that?
No, yeah, that's good. And then we can put the red one on. I really like that red one, the red candy.
That's right, the red candy.
It's just so nice.
Yeah.
Are you filming this?
Yeah.